वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव शुभकार्येषु सर्वदा। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री गणेश 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 साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्ये नमो नमः।
Durga Adi Shakti Shri Mataji Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi Durga Adi Shakti Shri Mataji Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi महाकृपा से जाना है गुर को ही पाना है अपनी शुद्ध इच्छा को परम शक्ति में समाना है आत्मबोध ये अपना है अनुभव से जाना है आत्मबोध अपना है अनुभव से जाना है दुर्गा आदि शक्ति श्री माताजी आत्मा बोधे अपना है, अनुभव से जाना है। दुर्गा आदि शक्ति श्री माताजी, श्री माताजी निर्मला देवी। दुर्गा आदि शक्ति श्री माताजी, श्री माताजी निर्मला देवी। दुर्गा आदि शक्ति श्री माताजी, श्री माताजी निर्मला देवी। श्री माताजी निर्मला देवी। श्री माताजी निर्मला देवी। श्री माताजी निर्मला देवी।
Nirmala. Speechless, we are blessed with your darshan. For the kingdom of heaven is here, and your majesty rules from within. Your name is Ganesh Nirmala. Speechless, we are blessed with your darshan. Miracles and stories too many to record. Beyond the biggest dreams, a new reality unfolds. What a place, what a place, what a wondrous place. What a race, what a race, what a marvelous race. What a sight, what a light, what a time, what a time to be alive. For the kingdom of heaven is here, and your majesty rules from within. Your name is Ganesh Nirmala. Speechless, we are blessed with your darshan. For the kingdom of heaven is here, and your majesty rules from within. Your name is Ganesh Nirmala. Speechless, we are blessed with your darshan. For the kingdom of heaven is here, and your majesty rules from within. Your name is Ganesh Nirmala. Speechless, we are blessed with your darshan. For the kingdom of heaven is here, and your majesty rules from within. Your name is Ganesh Nirmala. Speechless, we are blessed with your darshan. For the kingdom of heaven is here, and your majesty rules from within. Your name is Ganesh Nirmala. Speechless, we are blessed with your darshan.
Hello, everyone. A very, very hearty welcome to all of you for today's session. I hope you all are doing really well. It is so nice to be here with all of you today. And it's always nice when we're meditating on the heart, because it is such an important, I would say, emotion, right? We all associate with our heart with love. And that is such a pure, such a beautiful, such a joyous, such a powerful emotion. It's also a soft power. Love is also a soft power, politically accepted as a soft power. So today we're going to be meditating on the heart chakra. And before we move on towards the meditation aspect, just wanted to say a very, very hearty welcome to all of you. I can't believe it's been so many months of being together. Feels like we've been together for so many years. And it was so nice to touch base with a few of you today. And I feel like we should do this more often, but there's only so much that we can do in the given amount of time that we have. But please feel free. Whenever you feel the need, you can always send a text. You can always say hi. It's always so nice to hear from all of you. And that's what family is, and that's what we all need to be together. We need to be a family. The world needs to be a family, and that's what we all look forward to. Anyway, so ever since we started the advanced series, we moved towards the mantra series, and it's amazing to see that most of you have had a very, very beautiful response towards the mantra series, towards the deities. There's been such a beautiful acceptance from so many of you. It is heartwarming. But there are always people who have a questioning mind as to why the deities, why the mantras, what is the reason, is this religious? And in all honesty, I am very glad that these questions have surfaced. It just means that, there are people from all different cultures, different backgrounds coming together here. And it is good. It is really, really good to have those questions. I would be disappointed if these questions would not have surfaced. Not disappointed, but disappointed in a sense that you understand, right? It's the questioning mind. So it's good to have those questions. Now, I was talking to one of our sisters here, Rosie, as you all know, and she's led some beautiful sessions. You're all familiar with her. And she said it in a very beautiful manner that, there are certain things that we can do with our mind, but there are certain things that we can only do with our heart. There are certain things, certain bridges that you can only cross with your heart. And that is why the heart is such an integral and important bridge between our spirit and our mind. And that is the place where the spirit resides. So there are certain things that we can only do with our heart. And that is what today's session is all about. It is about that trust, the leap of faith that we can take with our heart. So the reason why, like in the advanced series, when we're meditating and moving forward, of course, like I said before, that, this is information that we are sharing with you because the series is progressing. Obviously, we will give you more information, more knowledge, slowly. We'll keep telling you things, but it's all right for you to feel comfortable. It's all right for you to take your own time. It's all right for you all to move at your own pace. But remember, there will always be certain things that you can only use your heart for. These certain bridges that you can only cross with your heart. And that is the time that we have reached. That is the stage that we have reached, where we need to strengthen our heart, have that faith and that trust, so that we can take that leap of faith and jump forward, cross that bridge and move forward. As you can see, this little area right here, our Vishuddhi, you can think of this like that tiny bridge between the heart and the mind. And that is when we speak, we connect. When we connect, we cross that bridge, right? So this is what we need to do today. We need to open our heart. And there is that joy that you feel when you feel like you can trust. I'm so glad that, if we communicate with you, you take our word because you trust us. And that is such a special feeling that, we feel like we've earned your trust. And that is so beautiful, so integral. And that trust is what we need to develop. But where does that trust come from? It comes from the heart. It comes from the strength and the security of the heart, that courage that we can find in our heart that helps us close our eyes, feel that joy, have that trust, and take that leap of faith. It is a beautiful thing to do, where you're not afraid that you are being taken advantage of. You're not afraid that somebody is going to do something wrong. Is this right for me? Is this wrong for me? That is why it's the leap of faith. That faith has to be strengthened. Again, coming from the heart. Another one of the beautiful conversations that I was having with Webhoff today while preparing for this session. And he said that, it is that balance between the left and that right. The left side is the side of our emotion. It's the side which is powered by love. It is the side which is the soft desire, softness in us, kindness in us, generosity in us. And the right side is the action. It is the motivation. It is the right-sided energy of doing things. And in between, when both of these are functioning well, you find your balance. It's only when both these wheels are working at the same pace and moving forward, you progress in life. Otherwise, can you imagine if one wheel is not moving, the other one's moving? You would constantly be moving in rounds in the same place. And that's what happens when we lose our balance, when one side is powered more than the other side. So it is very important for us to gain our balance from both the sides, come together and move forward progressively on both the sides. Otherwise, if we are too right-sided, if we are too materialistically inclined, we are too meticulous about our work, we are too action-oriented. You've all heard of Steve Jobs, right? At the end of his life, he felt like his left side had really suffered. He felt like even though he made a big name for himself, earned that business, he built all this massive empire, but at the end, he felt like he was still a loner. He didn't have his family by his side, and he was missing on those beautiful emotions which are powered by the heart. And you don't want that. And that's the imbalance, right? Too much right, very little left side. Left side practically dries out. And that happens. And on the other hand, if you're too left-sided, you feel like the lethargy is setting in and you have desires, but no action, then you end up with regret. That, how I wish I had done this sooner. How I wish I could have done this in my life. How I wish I would have done this, accomplished that. You don't want either of those two. So again, meditation is all about finding that balance between your left and your right, making sure you are aware so you can energize yourself wherever it is required. The deities are the source. Again, this is knowledge which is ancient. It is coming from ages. They are the source, they are the source of those beautiful 7 qualities. So if you are satisfied with just calling them qualities, that's fine, but don't stop meditating. If you are happy with the affirmations, that's absolutely fine. That's all we did in the beginning of the sessions, right? The affirmations are just as powerful as the mantras. The mantras are just a source of giving you a bit more, giving you a little bit more knowledge. But that does not restrict meditation. You can still meditate with affirmations as long as your heart is in the right place, as long as your desire is to balance your life so that you do not end up with regret and you do not end up with extreme right-sided activity where you're lacking love in your life, where you're lacking joy in your life. So just a small reminder that don't be overwhelmed with the information that is shared. The information is for you all to enjoy at your own pace, but continue meditating. Because you have to remember, the reason why you've stuck with us all through these months is because these meditations have resonated with you at some stage in your life. So you have to look back on your experience now to see how you've benefited from these meditations. What is it that has benefited, helped you stay in balance? What is it that resonated with you? So this is some reflection that you all need to do in your own journey now. So without further ado, let's start with today's meditation. And we'll start by raising our Kundalini and putting ourselves into a bandhan. And before we begin, we always fold our hands. And this is just to show gratitude to our own Mother Kundalini, which resides within us. So we can request her that this is the point when we're about to meditate. So this Kundalini energy within us can start rising, and it can nourish all the energy centers within us. Let us just take 1 minute to breathe in. A little bit of time just for ourselves. Just hold our breath for a couple of seconds and then breathe out. Breathe in one more time. And breathe out. Breathe in. And slowly breathe out. Today, before we start, let's place both of our hands on the Mother Earth, or if you're sitting on a chair, towards the Mother Earth. Let us honor and respect this gravity which is holding us, holding the world together. This gravity is significant of the child within us, the innocence within us. This is what strengthens the Muladhara chakra. Leaving all our doubts on one side, keeping all our questions on another side. Let's just connect ourselves to Mother Earth. We can also pray to Mother Earth. Mother, please absorb all this heaviness from within me into the Mother Earth. Please absorb all the negativities, all the imbalances, all these doubts and questions that weigh me down. Kindly earth them within you. You are the sustenance. And you are the reason why we have this beautiful environment, this beautiful earth, food that we eat, air that we breathe, shelter, life. Let us humble down for our tiny existence on this earth. Just take a moment to connect. Connect to the element of earth, element which signifies innocence. You can keep your eyes closed, but just connect to the Mother Earth. With your complete attention on the Mother Earth, I will now take the Ganesh Atharvashish, which is a prayer to Shri Ganesha, who is the deity of Muladhar, the first energy center. And like I said, it signifies the innocence within us. So all you have to do is just listen to this prayer and keep your connection with the Mother Earth. Om Namaste Ganapataye Tvameva Pratyaksham Tattvamasi Tvameva Kevalam Kartasi Tvameva Kevalam Dhartasi Tvameva Kevalam Hartasi Tvameva Sarvam Kalvidam Brahmasi Tvam Sakshadatmasi Nityam Hritam Vachmi Satyam Vachmi Avatvam Mam Avavaktaram Avashrotaram Avadataram Avadhataram Avanujanam Avashishyam Avapaschatat Avapurastat Avutaratat Avadakshinatat Avachurdvatat Avadharatat Sarvato Mam Pahi Pahi Samantat Tvam Vangmayastvam Chinmayaha Tvam Anandamayastvam Brahmamayah Tvam Satchidananda Dvitiyosi Tvam Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvam Jnanamayo Vijnanamayosi Sarvam Jagadidam Tvatto Jayate Sarvam Jagadidam Tvattastishtati Sarvam Jagadidam Tvai Layameshati Sarvam Jagadidam Tvai Pratyeti Tvam Bhumirapo Nalo Nilo Nabha Tvam Chatvari Vakpadani Tvam Gunatrayatitaha Tvam Dehatrayatitaha Tvam Kalatrayatitaha Tvam Mooladharasthitosi Nityam Tvam Shaktitrayatmakaha Tvam Yogino Dhyayanti Nityam Tvam Brahma Tvam Vishnustvam Rudrastvam Indrastvam Agnistvam Vayustvam Suryastvam Chandramastam Om Brahma Bhur Bhuvah Svarom Ganadim purvamucharya Varnadim tadanantaram Anuswaraha parataraha Ardhem dhulasitam tarena ruddham Etattava manuswarupam Gakaraha purvarupam Akaro madhyamarupam Anuswara shantyarupam Binduruttara-rupam Nada-sandhanam Sanhita-sandhihi Saisha Ganesha-vidya Ganak-rishihi Nishrud-gayatri Chandaha Ganapatir-devata Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्तिः प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं रदं च वरदं हस्तैर्बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणम् अच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्ट्यादौ प्रकृते पुरुषार्थपरम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्ते अस्तु लम्बोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः Let us continue to keep our attention either on our hands, which are on the Mother Earth, or on the Mooladhara chakra. And let us take this opportunity to remove all the doubts, all the questions. Mother Earth, please strengthen the inner child within me. Please strengthen the innocence and the chastity within me. Make me innocent like a small child so I can trust again, just like children do. So I can develop my faith just as easy it is for children, so that I can believe just like every child has that faith and that belief in the power of love and in the power of magic. Magic is nothing but the miracles that can happen in our life. So let us have that faith, that trust, just like every small child has. And this quality comes only from our Mooladhara. The child, the eternal child within us. With our hands still on the Mother Earth, let us raise our attention towards the second energy center, the Swadhisthana chakra. And here, let us surrender all the fake knowledge, the impure knowledge, the false ideas about life that we might have acknowledged or gathered. All these false ideas that create a state of emergency within us, the fear of missing out within us, all these false ideas that always keep us on our toes in that emergency mode. Let us surrender. All of them to Mother Earth. This is where the insecurity begins. So it is very important to surrender all this impure knowledge, these false ideas. Raising our attention slowly towards the Nabhi. Hands can still stay on the Mother Earth. And let us surrender all the dissatisfaction within us. Again, because of these false ideas, we forget that we need to be satisfied because we are constantly running in a race, trying to get more and more and more. So let us surrender all the dissatisfaction within us. This energy center nourishes only when it is satisfied. It nourishes with generosity. It nourishes with satisfaction, with joy and peace. So let us surrender all these false ideas and the dissatisfaction within us. Bringing our attention around our Nabhi on the void. Let us surrender the need to be told what to do, to be governed by others, because we are our own guru. The self-mastery lies within us. So we have to trust. Now it has become very important to trust ourselves, to trust this energy within us, the Kundalini within us, because it is only with trust and faith does the energy get the freedom to nourish and to look after us. So we have to trust that we are our own gurus, our own masters. It is only with this trust that the confidence will come. So trust yourself. Trust the mother within. She is our Guru, and she is capable of making us our own Guru. This is also where we pay full homage to all the 10 primordial masters within, the 10 Adi Gurus. They are nothing but the 10 commandments, the 10 virtues, the 10 valencies, that give us the discipline to be our own Guru, our own master. And now we move towards the heart, the source of that love and trust. The place inside our body that nourishes the trust, nourishes the faith, and is backed by security. Now we can keep our right hand on our heart in the center. The left hand can still stay on the Mother Earth. Today, we will continuously keep our connection with the Mother Earth as we meditate. So with the right hand on our heart, let us surrender all this fear. The fear of losing, the fear of being left behind, the fear of being hurt, the fear of being anxious, the fear of missing out, all the fears that we have collected. Now is the time to remove them completely from the heart. Let us feel the beating of the heart within, the life within. What is the reason to be afraid? What is the reason to carry all these fears and these insecurities? Just let them go. And your heart has full capacity, full strength, full courage. This is the seat of the goddess. This is the seat of your spirit. And she is the one who strengthens. So let us, after surrendering all these fears, let us strengthen our heart with full love and courage. It is very easy to be kind and compassionate. But again, you can only be compassionate when you are trusting, when you have faith. You can only love when you have kindness. So it again becomes very important to have that trust. For a person who is constantly doubting, cannot have the trust and cannot have the compassion, cannot have the kindness. So let us strengthen our heart with all the love, courage, compassion. Let the heart nourish with a sense of security. It is all going to be all right. This love is like the soft power. It's like the water washing over the stone over and over. And this water has the power to break stones, even though we might not think it can do it, but it does. So let us not doubt the power of love. It is the strongest power in the world. And this is a very important step because this love is the bridge that will carry you on the other side. Because from here, it is only your heart that will carry you, only this love that will take you to the next step of faith, of hope. So have that faith and that courage to take that next step. It will all work out. This next step is towards the collective conscience, that bigger picture where we have that one world, harmony, peace, collectivity, where hope thrives, love thrives, compassion thrives. It's where we have that desire for that one world which is peaceful, this world which is our home, where all the negativities from this world can go away. And this is all backed by faith, trust that it can happen one day. Where all these negativities can be eradicated, not just from within us, but also from the world. Like I said, the bigger picture, the collective conscience. And as we move towards this bigger picture, we have to forgive. You can still keep your left hand on or towards the Mother Earth, and your right hand can now move on your forehead. Let us gently bend our head forward. As if we are nursing a headache. And just forgive. Forgive the past. Forgive all the events in your life. Don't think about it. Just forgive. Because if we don't, we just get stuck here. We cannot move forward. Again, your left hand is on the Mother Earth. So we can also pray to Mother Earth to remove all the negativities, all the heat, all the excessive thinking, all the thoughts, all the negativities in our mind. And just like it is so easy for children to forgive, let us forgive everyone. Hold no grudges. Forgive. Because when the mind is relaxed, the trust develops, the faith develops. And today it's all about the trust, the faith, and the hope. And now we can place our right hand on the top of our head. Gently massage our scalp. I surrender. I surrender all the negativities within me, all the doubts, the questions within me, all the speculation. I surrender all the vices within me. I surrender all the overactivity within me. And I surrender all the lethargy within me. Shri Mataji, please bring me in balance in the present moment. We can now bring both our hands in our lap. Or if you're comfortable, you can still place them on or towards the Mother Earth. Let us meditate for a couple of minutes. And then we will be listening to a very significant talk, which talks about the sense of security and its significance in our life. After that, we will have one more short meditation, and then we will wind up. So let's meditate for a couple of minutes, and then we listen to the talk.
Today again, I must thank Mrs. Venugopalan for singing such a beautiful song about the Devi. I was very much impressed the way Patrick told you that they are confident that they can solve any problem. That's what it has to be. That's the sign of a Sahajogi who has reached a very great height in his understanding about himself and about others. The chakra of the goddess lies behind the sternum bone in the spinal cord. This chakra is placed above the Bhavasagar, above the void, as we call it in Sahajoga. And the bridge that has to be crossed by the bhaktas, by the seekers, is guarded by her. She is the one, she helps her children to come through that passage when there are negative forces trying to attack on a seeker. This chakra is placed at the back of the sternum bone, as I told you. In childhood, the antibodies are formed in the sternum bone. They are the warriors or the Sainikas of the Devi. Until the age of 12 years, they grow and multiply, and ultimately they all get distributed all over the body. And a human being is made able to face any outside invasion on him. These antibodies know how to fight. They are extremely confident and they know who are their enemies. They have all these messages built in themselves. So when the anti-God element enters into the being through any process, say through food, through words, through action, through devilish people, or black magic, these antibodies combine together, collectively fight the invaders. Those who do not have their central heart properly developed suffer from tremendous insecurity all their lives. When they are children, you try to control them by frightening. These children later on become extremely insecure. They are afraid of darkness, they are afraid of night, some of them are afraid of everything. because the antibodies that are built in the body are not sufficient in number. And being this center so weak, the person feels extremely insecure. Later on in life, when the child goes to the school or he tries to work, out something for the future, then also his confidence can be shaken by parents, teachers, and outside people. So it is very important to understand children who are growing. In the West, they analyze everything and try to put human beings into compartments. First, the child is a child according to them. Child has no innocence and is extremely selfish. Second part is adolescence, which they think is a very arbitrary, moody stuff. In India, we do not know that there is something like adolescence. Now these adolescent people form a group and they start criticizing or making fun of all the elders. At a very young age it starts. First they make fun of the teachers, then of the parents, then of all the people who are senior to them. They start becoming extremely active in their brains because they see too many televisions and things like that. And then they start behaving at a very young age in such a violent ways that one cannot imagine. I used to live about 25 miles away from London. And every time I would go to London, I would find some children doing some sort of a mischief somewhere. But one day some of them entered into my compartment. And they started pulling out all the covers, thrusting their knives into the seats, opening out all the upholstery. I was just sitting and watching. So I said, "Now are you tired? Please sit down. What's the problem?" They said, "We are all very angry." I said, "For what? Why are you angry?" He said, "We are just angry." I said, "But you have to be angry for something." They were children going to good schools, definitely wearing very good clothes. And then I had to, when the train stopped, I called the ticket collector and told him that these boys have been doing all this hooliganism in the compartment and you better look at it. And he came in and he said, "This is a common thing." And then somehow or other he took them out. But the only thing I felt about them is that all of them had their center heart catching. On the Kundalini, they are catching their center heart. But when they saw me, they sat down. They were quiet. They listened to me. I settled their center heart. And most of them said, "We are angry with our mother." Why? Because our brothers are angry. But why your brothers are angry? Then I discovered that Freud has given these funny ideas against the mother. Mother itself, can you imagine? What an anti-God activity it is. To an India, mother is the primal thing. Any Indian. Because his sense of security lies in the mother. Even if the father is hot-tempered, is angry, still they depend on the mother. Because mother knows when to get angry and when not to get angry. She has the discrimination. And she is the one who protects them. The idea of mother is completely blasted in the West. And this is the reason why the children of that country feel so insecure, and when they grow, they are extremely insecure. You won't believe that all the time they are polishing their brass, cleaning their house, but not even a rat enters their houses. And if they have to talk to someone, they'll make a person stand outside and talk from inside, especially in London. Because they are literally frightened. Nobody will believe the British who ruled us are such frightened people. But they are. They are frightened of each other, they are frightened of themselves. The reason is the center heart is absolutely weak. I have told you the first reason, the family insecurities. The child does not know when he comes back from school whether his mother would be there or she would be gone. They don't have mothers who can bear a lot from the husbands and smile and show no signs of their agony to their children. But the mothers in that country, I have seen, always try to use their children from all kinds of emotional blackmail, you can call it. They try to torture the child by telling all the things the husband is doing to them and whatever is the problem they are facing with the husbands. So the child is not secured by the mother, but on the contrary, child starts giving security to mother there. At a very young age it starts, and the child becomes extremely negative and left-sided. He feels that he is born in a place full of hatred, insecurity and fear. When the bhaktas are born in those countries, they are also the same way. Because they think if they have to go to a guru, the guru, as known so far, tortures them or extracts all the money, takes their pariksha, tests, and he sometimes leaves them high and dry on the streets. But in our country, the goddess has taken incarnation many a times. Thousands times she has taken here her birth. Whenever the bhaktas called her, when they are pestered by the negative forces, she came on this earth to save them. These things used to be just accepted by people, but never were really accepted in their hearts. People thought these are some sorts of mythological stories, that the goddess came on this earth and she tried to save the people. They could not believe that there could be a Shakti who could be born, who could fight these horrible Rakshasas and kill them and save her children, her bhaktas, from agony. It was too much. But today in Sahaja Yoga, you have seen that when Kundalini rises and stops at the center Nabhi, you have to say the mantra of Jagadamba, and the Kundalini rises. That means she resides in the center heart, and when she is being worshipped, the Kundalini rises. This center has got 12 petals. But the goddess has 1,000 hands and 1,000 eyes. She has 16,000 nadis to work out her different aspects of enlightenment. But the first thing she has to do, through her generosity and kindness and compassion and patience, she has to suck in the sins, the papa vimochini, the sins of human beings. One of the sentences in Bible was, wages of fear is sin. Or you can put it the other way around, the wages of sin is fear. If you have fear, you are committing a sin against yourself and against God. Because if Mother is Almighty and she can solve all your problems, you are under her protection, then why should you have any fear? That means you don't believe that she is that powerful. When a person is frightened, this center starts breathing fast, giving rhythmic instructions to all the antibodies. With that, you feel you are getting a palpitation in the heart. This palpitation is nothing but a signal to all the antibodies to fight the emergency of an attack. But when somebody builds up insecurity later on in life, it becomes a physical problem. If they have insecurities earlier, it is an emotional problem. But later on in life, when one develops a insecurity, any kind, like a wife is insecure about her husband. Husband is a loafer or a bad man and carrying on with other women. So that motherhood of the wife is challenged. And when her motherhood is challenged, she may get the weakening of the center, by which she may suffer quite a lot and may have even breast cancer. These insecurities can be also self-made, imaginary. People can just think about it and build up some sort of insecurities which are of no actual existence. But such fears are very much more in the West, because the life in the West has no mooring, has no explanation. Whatever you ask them, they'll say, what's wrong? The husband will say, what's wrong in having a keep? And the wife will also say, all right, if he wants to have a keep, let him have it. In India, no woman would tolerate such a situation. She would starve, she would do everything, but she will never touch a man who has a keep. So the basis of the strength of Indian women is their sense of chastity. The sense of chastity in the Indian women is so great that nothing can deter them as long as they are chaste. But if they are not chaste, then fear settles in them very fast. Chastity is the strength of women. And that's why those women who have fear mostly have a problem of their chastity being challenged. A woman who is frightened that her chastity may be disturbed also can develop a problem with the heart chakra. Such women can develop breast cancers, breathing troubles, and other kind of frightening diseases on the emotional level also. This chakra is ruined in women when they lose their only child, because their motherhood is finished, they feel. And that is the worst thing that can happen to a woman, if she is a woman. But if she is not a woman, she doesn't feel much, and she just behaves in a very manly way. And that's what I've seen in the West, that women really don't much care when their children die. But it is because they are not women. If you are a woman, you definitely feel for your children and their death. But after some time, such a woman comes back again, and she accepts the life as it is for the sake of her husband, or maybe if she has more relations or other children. She becomes extremely powerful as a reaction to what has happened. That's only possible if your center of heart is all right. Such women do not grudge, do not complain, are extremely serene and can bear up lots of things. They are extremely tolerant and can go to any extent to help their children. But they are never spoiling their children. They never spoil their children because they understand spoiling is much worse than beating the child. They never spoil their children nor ever pamper them and never get dominated by their children. They know I have to guide the child and I have to look after the child. So they look after all the ideals and the righteousness and the virtues of the child. And if he tries to get out of it, they go all out to win him over, back to virtue and to better life. But those people, those women who do not care for actual growth of the child may just avoid it and escape.
As we continue to meditate, let us just close our eyes and place our left hand again on the Mother Earth, and the right hand can stay on the heart. And with this inner strength, as Shri Mataji explained, that comes from the heart, the strength that goes all over into our body in the form of antibodies, in the form of security and strength. Let us take a mantra to Shri Jagadamba. A mantra is in Sanskrit. It is the language of the divine. Just as we say, Mother, come into our heart and strengthen our heart, remove all the insecurity from the heart, we can recite a Sanskrit mantra in the same manner. So just keep your eyes closed and attention on the heart, and just listen to this mantra that is very, very effective for the heart chakra. Again, it is that leap of faith and trust. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Jagadamba Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Feel that inner strength and security. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Jagadamba Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Feel that courage and the power of love. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Jagadamba Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. The heart is also the seat of Shri Rama, who gives us the boundaries of moral conduct. So honoring the virtues of dharma, of righteous living, we'll take the mantra for the right heart for Shri Rama. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sita Ram Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Because when we have a righteous life, when we live with dharma, our heart is strengthened and there is no fear. Because our heart guides us to right conduct, to behaving well, a virtuous life, a righteous life. So we'll take the mantra one more time. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sita Ram Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. And Shri Shiva on the left heart gives us the sustenance of all these beautiful qualities, nourishes us with detachment, vairagya. Because when we love, it is very important for the love to be detached so that our attention can be free, so that it does not get stuck. So for this detachment, honoring this quality in the left heart, we'll take the mantra to Shri Shiva Parvati. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Shiva Parvati Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Because this detachment gives us strength. And this strength is eternal, a big blessing. So let us take the mantra one more time. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Shiva Parvati Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Now that we know all these qualities and we've taken the mantras, let us take the mantra to Shri Jagadamba one last time, but this time, let's leave all the doubts behind, all the questions behind. Let us take this mantra with full faith, full honor, and full trust that it will work. Let's take a deep breath in. And as we take the mantra, we can slowly release our breath. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Jagadamba Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. And one last time with enlightened faith. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Jagadamba Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. We'll play some music now, and you can continue to meditate for as long as you desire. But before finishing, please make sure that you should raise your Kundalini and put yourself in a bandhan. So we leave the music on, continue to meditate for as long as you desire. Jai Shri Mataji.
Na tato na mata na bandhur na tata na putro na putri na brutyo na bharata na jaya na vidya na vrittir mameva katistvam tvameka bhavani katistvam Tvameka Bhavani Bhavabdhavapare Mahadhukhabhiru पपार्था प्रकामे प्रलोभे प्रमथा संसारपाश प्रबधा सदाहम् गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि न जानामि ध्यानं न च ध्यानयोगम् न जानामि तन्त्रं न च स्तोत्रमन्त्रम् न जानामि पूजं न च न्यासयोगम् गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि न जानामि पुण्यं न जानामि तीर्थम् न जानामि मुक्तिं लयं वा कदाचित् न जानामि भक्तिं वृतं वापि माता गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि त्वमेका भवानि त्वमेका मनोभूद्यहङ्कार चेतानेनाहम् न च श्रोत्रजीवे न च घ्राणनेत्रे न च व्योमभूमिन तेजो न वायो चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न चाप्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायो न वै सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोशा न वाक्पाणिपादं न चोपस्थपायु चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मे द्वेषरागो न मे लोभमोहो मदो नैव मे नैव मात्सर्यभावः न धर्मो न चार्थो न कामो न मोक्षः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् शिवोऽहं
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। बोलो श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।
भैरवी है भवानी दयानी।
सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। ब्रह्मरूपे सदानन्दे परमानन्द स्वरूपिणी रिद्धि सिद्धि प्रदे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। शरणागत दीनार्थ परित्राण परायणे सर्वस्वार्थी हरे देवी नारायणी 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 नमोस्तुते नमोस्तुते। भवानी 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 दयानी महावाक्बाणी सुरनर मुनिज्ञानी भवानी दयानी भवानी tadani dani tom tanana de na 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 tanana de o dani dani tadani dani tom tanana de na tadani dani tom tanana de na tadani o dana o dana ni tadana ni tadana o dana o dana ni tadana ni tadim dim tanana tadim dim tanana tadim dim tanana 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 dir dir tom dir 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 dani da dina kanagda randa kida ta dina kranda da tadani dani tom tanana de na tadani dani tom tanana de na tanana de na o dani dani tadani dani tom tanana de na tadani o dana ni tadana ni tadana o dana ni tadana ni
Thank you so much to everyone for joining us today. We'll just give you a couple of minutes of silence. Please feel free, if you haven't already, tie up your kundalini, put yourself in a bandhan, and feel free to leave the session whenever you're ready. Thank you again for joining us. We'll see you again super soon. Jai Shri Mataji.